Hi grade 10s. In this video, I'm going through equations from different past exam papers. So let's check number one. So number one, we are required to solve for x. Okay, the first question, we are given 1.1, we are given 2x squared minus 10x is equal to 0. So here we can see that there is a common factor. There is 2 in 2. There is 2 in 10. And then there is x in x squared. There is also x in x. So our common factor here will be 2x. And then now we will remain with x minus 5. This is equal to 0. Now we have a product. If the product is equal to 0, that simple means either 2x is equal to 0 or x minus 5 is equal to 0. And then from this one, if we divide by 2 on both sides, we are going to remain with x is equal to 0. Or with this one, we just transpose 5. So if we transpose negative 5, we will have x is equal to positive 5. And then these are your values of x. X is equal to 0 or x is equal to 5. Let's move to number 2. Number 2, we are given p x minus kx is equal to k minus p. So again, we want to solve for x. We can see that on the left-hand side, x is a common factor. We can take that x out as a common factor, and then we will remain with p minus k is equal to what? K minus p. And then on both sides, we can divide by p minus k so that we remain with x. So if we divide on both sides with p minus k, and then even there we divide with p minus k. So here we can see that this and that cancel out, and then we are left with x is equal to, now, there is a switch of signs here. We can do sign arrangement. So we can write this as k minus p all over, and then we take negative out as a common factor so that we can have k minus p also in the denominator. And then now you can see that this and that can now divide, and then we are left with x is equal to negative 1. That is number 2. Okay, let's move to number 3. Number 3, 1.3. We have 2 to the exponent x over 3 is equal to 1 over 128. So we can change that 128 and write it as, this is the same as 2 to the exponent 7. So now we have 2 to the exponent x over 3 is equal to, now 1 over 128, it will be 2 to the exponent negative 7. Now we can see that the bases are the same. So if the bases are the same, that means exponents are equal. So we are going to have x over 3 is equal to negative 7. And then to get rid of this 3 is a denominator here. We can multiply everything by 3. So if we multiply everything by 3 times 3, even this side we multiply by 3, so that now 3 and 3 can cancel out, and then we remain with x is equal to negative 7 times 3. It will be negative 21. So our x here is the same as negative 21. Okay, let's move to question 2. Question 2 again, we have how many questions? We have 3 questions. The first one, again, we are required to solve for x. So question 2.1, we are given px plus qx is equal to a. Now we can see again the x that we are looking for is a common factor on the left hand side. So we can take x out as a common factor, and then we will remain with p plus q is equal to a. And then on both sides, I can divide by p plus q. So if I divide on both sides, p plus q, and then even there I divide by p plus q. Now, this and this divide, so we are left with x is equal to a over p plus q. So our x in this case is in terms of a, p, and q. So our x is equal to a over p plus q. So we have solved for x. Now let's move to the next one. Number 2.2, we have 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So now usually learners, they struggle to factorize when the coefficient of x squared is not positive 1. So I usually use borrowing method to make things easier. So we are going to borrow that 2, and then if we borrow that 2, it will multiply the last term here. So we are going to have we are going to have x squared minus 5x and then plus 4 is equal to 0. Now it is very easy to factorize, but please do not forget that we borrowed 2. So if we factorize this, the factors of 4 that we can add and get 5, it is 4 and 1. So we have x and x. So now the last term is positive, so the signs are the same with the middle term, so it minus and minus. But remember the 2 that we borrowed. So this is over 2, this is also over 2. This is equal to 0. Now, 4 over 2 is the same as 2. So now we can say we have x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 over 2 is equal to 0. Now that means x is equal to positive 2, or x is equal to 1 over 2. We have solved for x. Let me move to the next one. Two point three, we are given 1 over 2 to the exponent. We have 3x plus 1 is equal to 32. So we can write this as 2 to the exponent minus 1, because 1 over 2 is the same as 2 to the exponent negative 1. And then all to the exponent 3x plus 1 is equal to 32 is the same as 2 to the exponent 5. Now we have 2 to the exponent negative 1 times 3x. It is negative 3x. Negative 1 multiplied by positive 1, it is negative 1, is equal to 2 to the exponent 5. And then now we will notice that the bases are the same, therefore exponents are equal. So we'll just say therefore negative 3x minus 1 is equal to 5. So we have negative 3x. If we transpose 1, we are going to have 5 plus 1, which is equal to 6. Divide on both sides by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. So x is equal to 6 divided by negative 3. It will be negative it will be negative 2. So x is equal to negative 2. Let's move to the next one. Question 3, 3.1. We are given x, and then we have x minus 5 all over 6, and then minus 1 is equal to 0. So first thing first here, we want to get rid of this 6. We will multiply everything by 6. So multiply this term by 6, multiply this one by 6. So now 6 and 6, they cancel out. So you are left with x into x minus 5. And then negative 1 times 6, it will be negative 6 is equal to 0. And then from here, we remove the brackets. X multiplied by x, it will be x squared. X times negative 5, it will be minus 5x. And then minus 6 is equal to 0. And then we can factorize this trinomial here. We are looking for factors of 6, which is 6 times 1, and then 3 times 2. But the factors that we are looking for, when we subtract them, because 6 is negative, when we subtract those factors, they must give us 5. It will be 6 and 1. Because 6 minus 1 is 5. So we are going to have x and x, 6 and 1. And then the last term is negative, so the signs are different. But the bigger number will correspond with the middle term, so it minus and plus is equal to 0. So x minus 6 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So transpose 6, so x is equal to positive 6, or x is equal to negative, or x is equal to negative 1. Okay. Let's move to 3.2. 3.2, we are required to solve for x, but now we are given a c is equal to square root of a plus 2x. So x that we are looking for is here under the square root. Now to remove the square root, we must square on both sides. So we are going to square this and square that. That is how we remove the square root. So we are going to have c squared is equal to, this squared will reverse the square root, and then we will have a plus 2x. Now we transpose our a, we are going to have c squared minus a is equal to what? Is equal to 2x. We want to solve for x, not 2x. So we must divide on both sides by 2. So divided by 2, divided by 2. So our x here is equal to c squared minus a over 2. So your x is in terms of c and a. So your x is c squared minus a over 2. Let me move to question 4. I think I will end at question 6. How many questions do we have here? Yes, there are 6 questions. Let me quickly move to question 4 now. Okay. Question 4, number 4.1. We have x into x minus 1 is equal to 20. Now, our product is not equal to 0. If the product is not equal to 0, that means you need to remove the brackets first. So we are going to say x times x, which will be x squared, and then x times -1, which would be negative x, is equal to 20. Then I can transpose 20. I will have x squared minus x minus 20 is equal to 0. Now, I need to factorize this. We are looking for factors of 20, which is 20 times 1, 10 times 2, 5 times 4. But the factors that we are looking for, when we subtract them, since 20 is negative, we have negative 20, so we need to subtract our factors. When we subtract them, they must give us 1. So that will be 5 minus 4. Now, factorize this. This is equal to 0. So we have x. Now, factors of 20, we said we are going to take 5 and 4 since they give us 1 when we subtract them. 20 is negative, so the signs are different. The bigger number will correspond with the middle term, so it minus and plus. So the final answer here, you'd have x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then transpose 5, so x is equal to positive 5, or x is equal to transpose 4, it will be negative 4. So we have solved for x. Okay. Now let's move to 4.2. Let's move to 4.2. We have 3x minus 2 over 2 is equal to x plus 1. So first thing first, we want to get rid of these 2. So we must multiply everything by 2. So if I multiply everything by 2, so multiply by 2, even there I will multiply by 2. We multiply everything by 2. Now, 2 and 2 will cancel, and then we are going to have 3x minus 2 is equal to, and then here we have 2 times x, which will be 2x, 2 times 1, which will be 2. Group all the like terms, so 2x will come to the left, so we are going to have 3x minus 2x is equal to transpose this 2, and then it will be 2 plus 2. Now, what is 3x minus 2x? It is x. 2 plus 2 is 4. So here, our x is equal to 4. Okay, let's move to question 5. Okay, question 5. Number 1. Okay. We are given 15x squared minus 8 is equal to 14x. Now we see that one, we need to write it in a standard form first. So if I write it in a standard form, I am going to have 15x squared minus 14x minus 8 is equal to 0. So I want to solve for x here. So again, if learners have any number that is not 1 in front of x squared, usually they struggle to factorize. So I'm going to use borrowing method. So I'm going to borrow this 15. So I will multiply 15 with 8. So I'm going to have x squared minus 14x minus, what is 15 times 8? It is 120. So this is equal to what? This is equal to 0. But please do not forget that we have borrowed 15. Now, we are looking for factors of 120. So we need to write all factors of 120 down. So we have 120 times 1. Okay. And then we have 60 times 2. We have 40 times 3. Okay. We have 30 times 4. We have 24 times 5. We have 20 times 6. I think the ones that we are looking for, we do have them now. Because now we are looking for factors of 120 that we will subtract and get 14. So those factors are 20 and 6, because 20 minus 6 will give us 14. So now we factorize this as x, and then we have 20 and 6. But please do not forget that we have borrowed 15. So this must be over 15. Even this one must be over 15. And then this is negative, so the bigger number will correspond with the middle term, so it's negative and plus. Now, this is equal to 0. So basically we have x minus 20 20 over 15 is the same as 4 over, it is the same as 4 over 3. Okay, into x plus, and then 6 over 15 is the same as 2 over, I think it's 2 over 5, because 3 goes twice into 6, and it goes 5 times into 15. So this is equal to 0. So here our x is equal to positive 4 over 3, or x is equal to negative 2 over 5. That is your answer. That is our final answer, which is 4 over 3, or 2 over 5. Okay. Let's move to the next one. We are almost done with these questions. So only one question is remaining. (5.2). We have a 5 to the exponent x is equal to 1 over 125. Remember, 125 is the same as 5 to the exponent 3. So we have 5 to the exponent x is equal to, because there is this 1 over, so it will be 5 to the exponent minus 3, which is the same as 1 over 125. So now you can see that the bases are the same. Therefore, exponents are equal. So therefore, x is equal to minus 3. So that is your solution. Let's move to the next one, which is the last question. And this was exemplar 2015. So here we have x squared 6.1. This is 6.1 x squared minus 4x is equal to 21. First thing first, we need to transpose 21 so that this is written in a standard form. So we have x squared minus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. Now we are looking for factors of 21. Factors of 21 are 21 times 1, 7 times 3. The ones that we are looking for, since 21 is negative, when we subtract them, they must give us what? They must give us 4. That will be 7 and 3. So factorize this. This is equal to 0. So we have x, it is 7 and 3. The middle term is negative. The last term is negative. Since the last term is negative, the signs are different. So the bigger number will correspond with the middle term. So it minus and plus. So x minus 7 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So transpose 7, and then we are going to have x is equal to positive 7. Transpose 3, so x is equal to negative 3. And then we have solved for x. So x is equal to positive 7, or x is equal to negative 3. Okay, next one. Now, we are given 96 is equal to 3, and then x to the exponent 5 over 4. So we are dealing with rational exponents here. Now, first thing first, we need to divide on both sides by 3 divided by 3. So what is 96 divided by 3? It will give us, we have 32 is equal to x to the exponent 5 over 4. Now, 32 is the same as 2 to the exponent 5, which is equal to x to the exponent 5 over 4. Now, we want to get rid of this 5 over 4. Now, if we want to get rid of this 5 over 4, we must multiply each exponent with its reciprocal. So since the exponent of x is 5 over 4, I will multiply by 4 over 5. Not that I'm multiplying each exponent, I'm multiplying this one, the exponent of x with a reciprocal. So it will be 4 over 5. So even here it will be 4 over 5. Now, 4 and 4 cancels, 5 and 5 cancels. So we are left with x, and then 5 and 5 here cancels, and then we have 2 to the exponent 4. So x is equal to 2 to the exponent 4 is the same as 16. So our x here is equal to 16. Let's move to the last question, the very last question. Guys, please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. If there is anything that you do not understand, maybe you want me to clarify, you can always text me. My WhatsApp number will show on the screen. Last one, we are given r, okay, is equal to 2 root x over 3s, and we are required to solve for x. First thing first, let's get rid of this denominator. We are going to multiply both sides by 3s. Even here I will multiply by 3s. Now, this and that cancels. Not 3x, it's 3s. I'm not multiplying by 3x, but 3s. Originally we had, this is 3s. So multiply by 3s here. Even this side, I will multiply by 3s. Oh, why am I writing x again? It's 3s. Now, this and that can now cancel. So we are left with 3rs is equal to square root 2 root x. Now I divide on both sides by 2 divided by 2, so that 2 and 2 can cancel. So I have the square root of x is equal to 3 rs over 2. Now, if I want to get rid of the square root, I need to square on both sides. So squared, so even here I square. Now, this and that reverse each other. So I have x is equal to, remember squared is for everything. So it will be 9 r squared s squared over 4. That is your answer. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to Maths Level Up channel, share, also like. Thank you very much once again.